What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Waiting for the Raven. It's a really unique game, actually. I like this one a lot. I went into it with, no expectations, because, the game is ambitious. They're playing around with, a big idea, I suppose. And, for a smaller team, it's a difficult idea to pull off, but I think they did it in a pretty good way. If you're a fan of, Cultish Simulator, or you're a fan of pretty much anything from, Fallen London, this game is sort of similar. In this game, you're basically tasked with running a secret society in Victorian wherever. Or sort of high, I don't even know if it's high medieval, in all honesty. They have investigators and detectives and stuff, so I kind of placed it as being mid-1800s in there somewhere in this fictional universe, but you're running a secret society or a cult or basically just kind of a hidden group with their own political motives, and your goal is to take over the city and get everything. And so anyways, we're going to start off a new game here today. We're going to spend about 25 minutes with this game, see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list. If after watching this, that is something that you wanted to carry on and do, I'll have a link for you down below in the description. That'll be next to my Discord, and that will also be next to my Twitch stream, where I would love it if you join me in both mediums. So let's go ahead and start a new game. We can pick our faction right now. You can actually be a member of the Constabulary if you want to. That's one of the unlockable factions. There's also the Cult of Flesh that you can play as, but for right now, the only thing that we can really do is play as the Oracles of the Night. Basically, these guys are an underground group of disenfranchised spies, a secret order of gentlemen and ladies that run around gathering information for the city. So if you ever played an RPG, you have the fixer or the guy that goes and gets you stuff when it comes to information. That's basically this faction right here. They basically have a finger on the pulse of the city, and they wield their power through just knowing things like where people are at, who people are related to. So anyways, let's go ahead and give it a go.
The book is closed. The tale has ended. The handsome and noble hero had served justice to his sinister foes. We are the evil forces in his story, the vile schemers which plotted in the dark to depose him from his seat. And like rats, we skitter and chitter the way back from our holes. For as long as we have demand in this world, we will keep supplying it. No nobleman nor hero can fight the nature of the humankind, and we are simply another part of it. In this chaos, remnants of my order, like me, found an opportunity to climb the ladder, replace those who failed to survive. Together we may become better and more powerful than our predecessors. Mr. K, my former supervisor, had decided we may have a better chance of starting again by going rogue in the city of Glaston. As soon as I arrive, I am to replace our former agent there, which had mysteriously vanished, and help the Order, step by step, to rise back from the ashes once more.
Okay, so welcome to our room. This is where legitimately the entire game is going to take place. We are not going to leave this place as far as I know. Over on this side, we have a wardrobe. You can open it on up. There's things inside of here. You can change your clothing. When you change your clothing, it changes the music. There's a locked box right there. I haven't gotten into it just yet. There's a statue right there that we can pick up, and then there's also, I think, there's a spyglass or something. I don't know what those things do. I haven't gotten that far in yet. Apparently, I can just, zoom in on stuff should I really want to, like that Corvid right there. So anyways, there's a bird on the windowsill. We've got to deal with him in just a minute. Inside this drawer, there's a letter. This has, a cipher inside of it. I haven't solved it yet, but I assume that it's got something important going on. Let's go ahead and get the letter from the Raven real fast.
Dear Juliana, I picked you, of all people, to re-establish operations in the city of Glaston. Understand that I gave you this opportunity because I believe you have great potential. You have been given a one-of-a-kind chance to elevate yourself in our order. Embrace it, because you are unfortunately inexperienced in such matters and need guidance. I may take the role of your supervisor for the time being. My first recommendation would be to recruit at least one agent, so tasks around the city may be delegated to them.
All right. So we can actually archive that because I've accepted the quest. But basically we need to go in and we need to get agents. If you take a look at the map, this is where we live at inside of this small manor over here. This is our headquarters. We can upgrade this as time goes along and we can make it nicer. But for right now, it's pretty much all that we have. Down here in the bottom left, there's a bunch of information that's being displayed to the player. You're going to have to get like it all under wraps and figure it all out. Otherwise, you won't be able to play the game. This is the level of our manor right here. This allows us to upgrade the property. These are the employees, so the agents that exist inside this place right now. So we have Jane Calmwater, so you always start with. She's good at charming people, and she's very intelligent. On top of that, we can also recruit another one. It's going to cost us connections, though. The currency in this game is divided down in a functional way based on the things that espionage requires. So, for example, you have planning. So this is how much you've, like, planned. That's it. That's how much you've schemed. It's kind of a numerical representation of just how much forethought is going into your actions. And you spend this to assassinate people. You can spend this to follow people. You can spend this to get special options during events, just in case you planned for sort of anomalies. If you don't have enough of it, tends to be that bad things will happen. We have rumors. Rumors are basically just kind of like esoteria. It's information that's not like immediately helpful, like planning, but it's information that may lead to something. And so the more of this that you have, the more you can scout the city, the more that you can do actions inside of buildings, the more that you can kind of suss out where people are at. It's basically a currency that you use for divining things, effectively. And then we have connections. This is basically your cult or your secret society's social connections. The more of these that you have, the more options you will have to get new employees, for example. So as you can see right here, buying employees is going to cost us connections. And so basically we're calling in favors and whatnot from people. And then, of course, there's just cold, hard gold, which allows you to buy your way or bribe your way through problems. So something else to keep in mind. Our second agent is Oliver Gutkowski. Is Oliver Gutkowski good at anything? Oh, this guy's terrible. I played this game myself like yesterday to just sort of familiarize myself with it, and the first agent that I recruited had like 4 and like 9 different stats, and it just made the game like a breeze because he was so competent at everything. Like he could just do everything by himself. It was actually pretty rad. We can pick up, apparently there's a letter. Is there a letter by the door? There's a letter by the door.
Juliana, I figured you already had recruited an agent or two to your cause. Now, since you are not well established yet, a wise decision may be to meet with them. Sit and discuss what options are available and what things may be done in order to advance your team in the city. I'll contact you soon.
All right. I don't know exactly what they want me to do right there, but they want me to do, like, something. Yeah, we can re-listen to everything inside this little bin right here, should you require to do so. I don't think there's anything else, like, super interactable around here. Like, we can sleep on the bed, obviously. We can't expose ourselves by leaving the manor. Let's take a look at our map right now. Oh, it wants me to plan. Gotcha. Okay, so that's what it's telling me to do. Honestly, I just kind of, like, foreheaded my way through this game without the tutorial last time. I turned it on so that you guys would have, like, that ambience and that atmosphere. But, like, apparently there's another letter by the door while my people were scheming.
Juliana, I see you have already figured out what options we have. Out of all things, I'd recommend to first focus on espionage. Teach your agents to scout and hunt for locations of interest around the city.
Okay, we can do that. That's pretty easy, actually. So what you're going to do is you're going to come on over to the map right here, and you've got a research tree that you're going to need to go through in order to be good at the game. It's divided up into business, so this is kind of like buying and owning things. You can actually play this game fairly successfully just by owning a lot of property, because most property makes it unnecessary to have agents. Like, most properties generate, like, either planning, or they generate rumors, or they generate connections, or they generate money. And so, like, it's fully, like, you could play pretty far into the game, you know, just being like a business guy. We also have espionage. That's the one that they want me to go in on. We have manipulation. So this is going to be largely like coercing people, twisting people's arms, befriending people, seducing people, all that kind of stuff with your agents. This right here is the aggression tree. The aggression tree is going to be things like assassinations. You can actually recruit gangs in this game. And so basically, you're kind of like, if you've ever seen Gangs of New York, it's very much like that. Like, you are kind of like a low-level office holder, and you're trying to basically oust your enemies. And you can really do that through gang violence. You can do that through making people like you. You can do that through street warfare. Like, it's actually pretty in-depth. So anyways, we'll go with espionage because that's what it wants, and then we need scouting. And so now, if we want to scout stuff, we go over here, and we tell people to go ahead and scout the location. And then we can also take her, and we can tell her to scout this location right here, and we can start uncovering the map around our base, which I think is a really, really good idea. So there we go. We found the southern wilderness, and we found our way to Windgate, which apparently is the southeast sort of borough of this large city over here. They've dropped off another letter for me. I'm actually gonna... Let me go back to the map real fast, and I would like for you guys just to scheme for a little bit. I need some more planning. Our planning is pretty weak right now.
Dear Juliana, our order is currently blind to what's going on in the city. This is slothful behavior. This is incompetent and unacceptable. Our motto, agenda, and sole purpose are to know things. We need to know more about the city. Send your agent...
Okay. So he wants me to further scout the city. And chances are, what the game wants me to look for, if I remember correctly, is there's like a tavern around here that sort of starts the game rolling. This game does have a narrative, it does have a storyline, it does have alternate endings and different things that will happen if you play it different ways and make different choices. I haven't gotten that far into it just yet, but it does seem to have like a decent amount of depth, I guess. So we've got a small pub over here, and then we've got an empty urban property on that side. Let's continue to send people out and explore. You go over here. There we go. This is costing me a lot of rumors right now, though. So I'm going to need to generate some rumors before too long. We've gotten another letter. It looks like we uncovered empty urban properties, just lots and lots of empty urban properties. Apparently the housing market in this area, a little bit rough right now. A little bit rough.
Juliana, you have been doing well lately. Not as well as I have ideally wanted. But
okay, I'm going to start skipping these because this is largely tutorial right here. And I'm sorry if that bugs you, but like... I'd like to get into the game by like 25 minutes. He wants us to buy a pub, and so that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, we could go down here, and we've got this person, and we could offer to buy their property, but we don't know who they are, we don't know where they're from, we don't know their name, we don't know what their motives are, we don't know anything. And then on top of that, that's not really what the game intends. So instead, what they want us to do here is they want us to research real estate, and they want me to buy this property. So let's go over to our research tree. We're going to buy that, we're going to buy that, and then we need 15 more for entertainment. So these guys are going to have to sit over here, and we want them to kind of just, like, plan and scheme for a little bit. So that's exactly what they are going to do. I think it said we needed 15 planning in order to unlock that next thing. So there we go. All better. We've got 20 now, so that should be enough to keep us moving. And this is going to cost 15 right here. So there you go. We now have the ability to buy a pub. Let's go ahead and we'll open this guy up right here. I would like for, yeah, you go over there and buy the property. So buying this property is actually kind of like a multi-fold benefit. It will generate profit for us. It will generate rumors for us because our bartender will be constantly listening. And then on top of that, it acts as a gathering place. I'll show you what I mean by that. But at any given day, there will be like 10 or 15 people in our pub. And if we're looking for anyone specific in order to assassinate them, or to coerce them, or to befriend them, or anything else, there's a good chance that they'll flow through our pub if they live in this district, and we'll basically save ourselves a huge investigation of trying to find them. So anyways, we're going to turn this into a pub. I would like to make it a level 2 pub, but I don't think we're quite there just yet. So we'll go ahead and buy that. So there we go. Our pub is ready to rock, and as you can see, it's generating 1 rumor and 1 gold per turn. It's got an employee over here, Laura Purdy. We can actually, like, interrogate her, and we can get to know this person that runs the pub if we want to. If you take a look right here, nobody has really filed on in just yet. We have this guy right here, but at some point, somebody might come through. They want us to read the letter, and I'm pretty sure they tell us to upgrade it next, if I remember correctly.
I can see you have been acquiring properties lately. It's good.
Yeah. So he sent us a bunch of money so that we can upgrade our pub. So we can come back over here and we go to the pub and we click on this little button right here and just 35 gold and we can upgrade it to a nicer medium pub. And then over here we have this action locked because we haven't actually gone through just yet and unlocked it. But we can increase the amount of services that are available at our pub. And so we have entertainment over here. And then this guy right here, I think it's entertainment 2 that allows us to upgrade this if I remember right. Oh, it's not upgraded yet. Okay, so you guys hang out and plan. If you can see right here, there's a rotary menu. It'll fill in. Watch this. So there you go. So when this is done, it'll officially be upgraded, and then we may be able to use that second action. But I think we need to go to the market and buy beer or something like that, too. There we go. All nice and ready to rock. Plus, we've got a bunch of planning going on. So now we can serve alcohol and food here. If we take a look, no one has really come in yet, but we can also get a second employee. The second employee, like, so this right here increased the amount of gold we got by 1 per turn, and then this right here will straight up just double everything. So I'm going to spend some connections to get another person right there so that I don't ever have to kind of like fabricate rumors on my own. I want my tavern to feed me all the rumors that I need to buy the things that I want when I want to buy them. They also want me to discover the market square, which I think is right here, if I remember right. It's been a minute. Like a day or two since I played. But yeah, there it is. There's the market square. So we found the market square. Jane Calmwaters is trying to convince me to invest in the tavern at Windgate. She claims it would be a valuable investment that would bear fruit. Yeah, we're already like on it. Like I definitely am of the plan that we're going to upgrade this. If we go to the market, we can take a look at their inventory, and they've got nothing but liquor barrels right now. We're going to buy one of these liquor barrels, and then what we're going to do is we are going to host a social event with that liquor barrel. So there you go. We're going to host the social event. I don't remember how much that generates, but it does something. Oh, a Raven got here. Nice. Hey, that gave us like 40 planning. Nice, dude. I'll take that. We made like 20 or 30 gold off of the special event, too. But from now on, when you go on over here, there's not going to be quite as many liquor barrels. There's going to be like daggers. There's going to be... So you're going to need certain things. So, for example, when I played this game for like an hour, hour and a half, I got a mission where I needed to kill a guy. Unfortunately, the guy lived in a place where the guard were. So I had to dress myself up like the guard to convince him to open his house for me. And when he let me inside, I befriended him with a charisma check. And then when he turned his back, we shivved him and dumped him in the river. Like, you know, it's one of the games where there's definitely like some prep work that goes into getting rid of people. There's a scroll letter over here.
Juliana, I hope you are well. Like I previously predicted, our order is now in need of your assistance. It's your time to shine. Show how you perform on your own. There is a courier in your city, an agent. This agent serves a noble lady, which you may already know as Lady Fayette. Lady Fayette works for the Duke. Letting the Duke's influence slip by was our fatal mistake last time. We must not allow it to happen again. Get rid of this person in any way you fancy. For now, all I know is his name, Jeremy Rowanson.
Okay. Jeremy Rowanson is somewhere in the city, and we need to get rid of him. I think we can pin this guy over here or something like that, if I remember correctly. Okay, so it wants me to do a couple of pre-objectives before I get to Jeremy Rowanson. We need information gathering, and we need assassination researched. I think we more than likely have enough right here, so we should be all right. There's information gathering right there, and we need to get down to assassinate. So we can tail somebody, we can ambush somebody, and now we're a couple points shy of where we need to be in order to make this work. So I'm going to leave them to scheme and plan for a little bit, and that should get us to where we want to go in regards to our research. So there you go. We've now got assassination. On top of that, we got some other cool things we can do as well, like tailing people so you can follow them to figure out where they live or where they do business at. You can ambush them so you can just catch them outside and jump them with a gang effectively. All right, Jeremy Rowanson, your time has come. You will die. Because we've got him right here, what we need to do is we need to investigate this guy. So we can take different actions about this guy. And so we can just kind of like gather information for right now, I guess. That seems okay to me. Oh, he's too stupid. Okay. Apparently my guy is too stupid to gather information on this person. So we'll go ahead and let it go for right now. And we're going to gather information on this guy. And as we get that information, we're going to need to like parse it and basically like assign it where it needs to go. Is she still doing the investigation over here, or do I have to reset that up each time? Just, yeah, gather a little bit of information about this guy. We should be generating enough rumors right now to where we should be able to get there pretty quickly. Then what we do is we're going to go over here, and there's going to be like a research thingy. There we go. So if we click on the spyglass, we can go to the research menu. And I think a lot of people are going to miss this right here and not realize that it exists. So we know that he resides in Old Town now. So we can put his home location right there, and once we get 3 out of 3, we'll know where he lives. He seems unemployed to me, and so we can add the work location right there. Anytime we fill one of these out, we can just sell the extra roomers for money. That's pretty much it. Got a little bit more information. I'll probably give it like 3 more turns. Are we still gathering information here? I definitely need to be gathering information. You, sir, should be doing other things. You just gather rumors for me, would you? And then over here, I want to keep gathering information on this guy. There we go. So now we've got a little bit more info. Go back to the research. He's known to reside in Old Town, so that's home location. Was once spotted visiting a small joint on the shore of Old Town. That's going to be current location. Okay, so we know his current location now. And what about this one? I can't stand talking to him, so that's going to be a personality fill-in. We still need his appearance, though, so we know where he's at. We just don't know what he looks like, so we got to keep working on it. I don't want to go there. Yeah, just keep generating info for me. All right, so we've got a little bit more info. Shy, somewhat cowardly, doesn't look for trouble, okay? Can't stand talking to him, so now we know about his personality. We can just sell that information for 20 bucks because we've already got that filled out. We know his current location, but I need his appearance, unfortunately. So let me just grind out his appearance real fast. Something interesting has happened at a party, and it requires your immediate attention. A wealthy patron has entered your Wingate Tavern. His pockets jingle with coin and his hunger yet to be satisfied. We can seduce and rob him while he sleeps. Well, the patron, let's see here, your reputation is bad. Recruiting costs depend on your reputation. One of the ways to fix this is by using an orphanage to start a event. Okay. The patron will wake up only washed out memories of the previous night remains. He'll be pissed off nonetheless to know that not a single coin remained in his pocket. Okay. I mean, people are indifferent to us, so who cares? We robbed that guy for like 200 gold, so like we have money coming out of our ears now, so that's pretty rad. If they do a little bit more of this, I guess we could upgrade the tavern again. We've got enough money to do it. Why not? Take it up to the next level. I've got a little bit of planning, so I think we might be able to do something. What do I want to do with my research? We already have assassinate. We can poison people. We should probably learn how to befriend people, too. That might not be, like, the worst idea ever. Oh, cool. So apparently befriending people is more efficient than gathering information. I can try to send somebody to befriend this guy. Yeah, do that. You're charming. So with witty comments and fake sincerity, your agent has managed to break past Jeremy Rowinson's discretion and earn trust. Nice. So she's now friends with the guy that we are about to murder. So that's, oh my god. Okay, so his hair is black. His hair is black. He is associated with the Duke. Okay. He's related to Lady Fayette. He seems unemployed to me. Known to reside in Old Town. And then is known to reside in Old Town. So we can just sell that for money. Alright, well we found the guy. So now we can decide to assassinate him. Unfortunately, we're going to need like some plots in order to make this happen. So if we wanted to assassinate this guy, we can send her. We can add somebody else in too. He's only got discreet and charming, so it'll help. We can attack from land, from sea, from a window. I don't think we have to worry about that. And then we can brute force it. We can be stealthy about it. We can be cunning about it, which appears to be the way to get it done. But I'm going to need to get a lethal poison and a disguise if we want to make this happen. We've got a 75% chance if we get him with the cunning method. And it looks like that's about the best we can do. So I think if we get a disguise, let's go to the market real fast. And we'll grab a guard disguise. There we go. So now we've got the guard disguise. We'll send her. We've got the disguise. I guess put the plan in motion? Jane Calmwaters, the one in charge of the plot, seems to have an acceptable, if not mediocre, plan. Good or bad, this plan is what we have right now. Addressed as city officials, you bluff Jeremy Rowanson so entry to the house can be permitted. There they may attempt to execute the plot. So he rolled a 1, we rolled a 6. So that's good. After a long conversation, Jeremy gains enough trust in your agents to turn his back for a moment. A grievous moment in which his very back is stabbed. Alright, so he's dead. We've completed the quest. We can drop him in the ocean if we had a boat. We could hide him in the woods if we had a carriage. We could bury them under our property, or we can just leave the body. I don't know. Leave the body. Whatever. There's a slight suspicion of our character right now. Apparently there's another letter around, too. I would like to send people out to go scout, please. I'd like to figure out, like, where things are at. Okay. So now we've actually got a menu that shows us all the people. And it looks like we've probably got another letter, but I'm going to let them scout first real fast. So there's a fisherman's dock right there. And it looks like there's an empty naval property right there. These guys are investigating us right now. That's not great. It could be better. So we've got more empty urban properties laying around. Let's go see if we can grab this letter real fast. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Alright, so you are the center of orbit for 3 rivaling forces with power and reach beyond your comprehension. Do not answer the Stranger of Silkstring. Do not respond to the Brotherhood of the Mirror. Do not try to investigate them either. Nothing good will come out of that. Do this just for not just for your own good, but for the safety of us all. Okay?
Gran, from what I understand, Jeremy's body is now floating in the ditch and on its way to Abathon Coast. Lady Fayette is a shrewd and experienced player in this game of spies. She won't let this go so easily. It's only a matter of time until she finds out who plotted Jeremy's death. Therefore, we must prepare for possible future attacks on your establishments. Spend the following week recruiting guards for your properties. Set patrols and acquisitions of more vassal joints, which may take the fire away from your manor.
Okay. Sounds doable. Aw, dude. That's got a different signet on it. We know where you live and we know who you are. We know what you're about to do and what you plan to do in the future. We know you don't have friends or any family. That's hurtful. We know your real name is not Juliana, and we know you are isolated in a place you don't even call home, and not for long. You are being tested. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, that's not good. Investigate the mysterious ship. I didn't even think anything was going to happen when I did that. We can also open this window, by the way, just in case you wanted to see anything out. Oh, my God. Okay. But we'll close that for right now because the rain in this game is just, like, absurdly loud. I think we should buy another property, in all honesty. I think we should buy something. Yeah, you've got to have an agent to run everything, and so we'll have him run this one. What else can I afford? I can only have taverns for right now. That's true. I didn't use my... Hold on. Before I buy that, it's already bought, but it's empty right now. We have our agent running it. But anyways, let's see. I need to go to my research, and I need to figure out if there's something cooler I can buy. So with 45, we can buy entertainment. We can start a black market. We can be a bookie. That sounds kind of rad. Okay. I definitely want to be a bookie. So let me farm up some more points real fast so that I can be a bookie. Jane Calmwaters told me that her inn at Windgate has potential and could use more people. How many people are in there right now? Like nobody? Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. Apparently I can do a tavern and inn here too, and that'll generate more for me. I probably should have swapped that over. Oh, that's right. I forgot we upgraded it. So there's a third person that works. This thing is generating some serious resources now. Nice, dude. Okay, so let's go back over here, and I wanted to have a bookkeeper. There we go. A bookkeeper is capable of releasing your agents from prison as well as finding opportunities for profitable plots around the city. I like that. I like that. Okay. Yeah. We'll put that in right there. And so now we have a bookkeeper's office. So apparently down here we can research opportunities, or we can forge release documents, but we need somebody smarter to run the place, unfortunately. I would like to upgrade my manor as well. Yeah, let's do that. I could use some more cultists. I need more guys on my side. And until I have that, I feel nervous about the future. But yeah, this is Waiting for the Raven. I like this game a lot. It's kind of a sandboxy game where you can kind of play the way you want to play. The tutorial is obviously always the same, but like it's simplistic on graphics and like representation and just sort of like production values. But I think it does really get across sort of that feeling of being part of a secret society and plotting and scheming and investigating people and having them assassinated if they're a problem for you, or bringing them over to your side and converting them. There's options here, and with the multiple endings and whatnot, I'm happy to say that I kind of want to play this in my free time, so I may just do that. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. My name is Splat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today on the chopping block was Waiting for the Raven. Tomorrow it will more than likely be something else. Goodbye, everybody.